maybe not born due to circumstances.
I knew your mother.
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 And don't be upset with her in any way.
She wasn't a bad person in any way.
In fact, she was probably the bright light in the room. She was friendly. She had a pretty white smile that made others draw towards her.
She wasn't a bad person.
She wasn't a bad person.
She wasn't a bad person.
She wasn't forced not to have you. She just couldn't.
She was like the rest of us.
Life had us all asking questions. Who am I? What's happening to me? What's happening to all of us?
How am I going to keep a job right now?
How am I going to eat?
How am I going to survive?
Being a kid is easy. Even though when you're a kid, it doesn't feel that way. Sometimes being a young adult can feel like being an older adult in a kid's body.
All these feelings, all the hormones, all the boys,
All the girls.
all the people.
You were wanted, whether you were beautiful or not.
Being an adult is hard.
Because a few whiles ago, we were kids abiding by our parents' rules. Still trying to figure out how to hold on to our high school sweethearts.
And our dreams of being independent.
Going somewhere far, far away, or not. And finding our own way.
Then the next minute,
We are being swept to this fucking time with little money in our pockets and a giant loan from the bank, wondering how the hell we are going to pay this back in 10 years.
some of us wondering if we chose the right place to be.
Some of us wondering if we were justified in leaving our loved ones behind.
Some of us still struggling with who we are.
What type of people we are.
Your mother wasn't a bad person.
She was just getting caught in the fun of being away and finding new people to open up to.
New people to love.
And she found your father.
She didn't love your father.
I thought,
But she liked the way he made her feel.
like I was wanted. But you, my dear, were another thought.
You weren't a part of the plan. And I know that sounds bad.
But you were a mixture of loud moments and tears and drunken sex and sweet nights and light breakfasts. A combination of late night thrills and good sex.
I'm protective.
That to even say you were a part of her life would kill her. And I know she thinks to you those nights when you whisper to her in dreams where she can hold you and believe in a world where she could have you, even though she doesn't want to. Because she's so sorry that the circumstances weren't right, that she was just not in the right place to have you. But
She loves you.
that is true. You just deserve more than a mother who wasn't ready for you.
Act 1, Scene 1. Girls and their dolls. We are in the late 2000s in the garage of Monica and Kim's grandma's house. They are both 11 years old and playing with dolls. The garage is arranged in its own doll kingdom. There are dream houses and mini houses, small cars, and the occasional goat. The girls are placed at the hospital part of town, where Monica's doll is given birth.
Oh, this shit hurts. Oh. I'm just gonna need one more push from you, ma'am. The baby head is almost there.
You're almost there, honey. I can see your hand.
I'm like, there we go. Congratulations, it's a girl.
Oh my God, she's beautiful.
She is. What's all that noise about?
Nothing.
Well, whatever nothing is, you need to clean it up and get ready for supper.
Yes, ma'am.
They each begin picking up the remains of the hospital and shoving their dolls in a small suitcase.
Where you want to pick up after supper?
I can't play after. Mom's coming tonight. I'm going home.
No, your dad just had her baby. Your dad baby's gonna meet my dad's baby and have a play date.
They're not even a day old.
No, duh. Not right now, but in a couple hours they'll be 2 years old and wanting to play with each other.
I guess. I wish I could stay with Mom so that's I can tomorrow.
Camp? For what?
I don't know. Something that's a lie. I think it's cheerleading camp or gymnastics.
Oh, well, why don't you just ask her if you can stay with grandma this summer?
I already did. She says it would behoove me to go to camp this summer and meet some other people.
Do what?
Nothing.
Why are you always using those big words?
They're not big. They're just my words my mom uses around me.
Why Auntie Michelle so bougie?
She's not bougie. She just likes big words.
Well, when are we supposed to play if Auntie is picking you in camp all summer?
I can try to come on the weekends. Maybe she'll drop me off when she go to the hairdresser or something. Okay. Maybe she will. Come on, Kim. I'm sure we're going to see each other this summer.
We're not.
Girl, supper's ready.
Coming.
What you made? She's going to say, don't worry about it.
Fried fish, rice, okra, and what are you worried about?
Well, we better go.
Wait, you promised we're gonna pick up where we left off this summer. No crap. I never see you no more. And in a year, we may not even want to lay down. So promise me we're gonna finish our game.
I promise.
Act 1, Scene 2. 9 summers and a fall later. It's 10 years later in November. Older 21-year-old Monica is booed up with her boyfriend Tyson. The two are wrapped up in bed, obviously naked, and still cooling down from whatever took place. This is Tyson's room in his college apartment. Phone alarm sounds. Tyson is the first to get up. He's always the first to get up. Monica stays down, not even hearing the alarm. She never hears the alarm.
Good morning.
Good morning.
About time you got your ass up. Oh, you the one that gotta be up this early in the first place?
Yeah, we don't want you yelling off.
Anything you want from the kitchen?
Eggs, bacon, eggs, and fish stuff.
Fresh toast.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, do I look like Chef Boyardee Tyson to you?
Mm-hmm.
Really, Monty?
Mm-hmm.
I think if you want some French toast, I think you need to get up and get it yourself.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Time to get up.
No. Okay. Fine, I'm up.
That's gonna make this French toast.
I don't want it no more.
Good, because I don't have no bread.
What the hell? What you wake me up for?
Cuz you need to go out and seize the day, young blood.
Who you calling you?
That ass.
You are disgusting.
I'm kidding.
Disgusting.
I love you.
You love this ass.
Yeah, she cute.
So, did you make up your mind about Thursday?
Thursday.
Thanksgiving?
Oh, shit, right. The
My
family.
Right.
I actually am not sure if I'm going to be able to make it this year.
But I thought with your schedule being worked around.
Yeah, that it would be cool. And I know, but my mom, she really wants me at the house this year. My grandparents are taking the train from Chicago, and I don't get to see them that often.
I understand, just my family is really ready to meet you. I feel like they think you don't exist.
Well, FaceTime me at the dinner table. I'll be happy to talk to them on the phone. I just can't overstep my mom on this one.
I guess.
What's wrong?
I guess I just thought with us moving next year, you want to meet them this year.
I do.
I mean, we've been together since sophomore year and you still haven't met them.
I promise. I will meet them before the year is up. I know how much this means to you. I'll try Christmas, okay? I'll tell my folks this week. I just need to go home this break, okay?
Okay.
Besides, we may not even be moving next year. We still have to get jobs.
No. Don't bring that negative energy in here.
It's not negative. My energy? No, I'm just being honest. New York is a tough city to break into.
And we are very capable people. I'm going to get a respectable job in a PR firm or social media marketing. Either is fine. And you are going to get into law school and make successful interview. Now, the first year will be rough because you're going to be living in a shitty apartment. But eventually, you will find a beautiful brookstone in Brooklyn, get it done, and live happily forever 21.
What?
I mean, I don't want to say happily ever after because that's not promise.
Neither is New York.
There you go with that negative energy.
I'm just saying. Would it be so bad if we stayed in St. Louis a little while longer?
Yes, that would be bad.
And why? Both of our families live here, so we'll have enough support to get through our first 6 months of your first job, and I get a year to focus on law school. We can move in with my parents until we get up on our feet, get our own place in Maryland Heights till I get my JD, then move to New York when we have a little bit more money.
Law school is 3 years. You want me to stay in Maryland Heights for 3 years?
You try to stay in your city?
Hell no. At least 3. And then especially not with my family. I'm never moving back in with my mom.
But why not? Nobody's moving to New York anymore. Everyone wants to be in Atlanta.
Not everyone. And people are still moving to New York. Tyler Perry dropped a couple of films and suddenly everybody wanted to be in the A.
Do you hear yourself, Mom?
Yes, I do.
Then you can hear yourself beating around the bush. Why don't you want to stay here? It's cheaper and cleaner. It might not add our families.
I hate it here. I hate this city, the crime, the lack of opportunities. White folks are looking at me every corner I turn. I want busy. I want obey. Besides, what PR firms am I going to find here?
I don't know. You're about to graduate with your journalism degree. Have you checked any of the local stations? You can definitely go to broadcast.
I'm getting a communications degree. I don't want to do do broadcast work, any kind of journalism. I want to do public relations or social media marketing.
Broadcast doesn't have to be here forever. Just until we get a little more money, then we can move to New York.
So you're deciding how we move from here forward. You calling the shots? Are you trying to tell me that's what's in my dreams?
No. Money.
Typical. You never wanted to move to New York in the first place, did you?
Typical? I'm not trying to be the shot caller in this, and I'm definitely not saying I never wanted to move to New York.
Then why are you talking St. Louis out of your past?
Because nothing is promised.
You worried you're not gonna get it?
Not worried, just being realistic. It's always good to have a backup plan.
Yeah, as long as it's your plan.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose any plans on you. I just wanted you to see a different side. If you're capable of finding a job in New York, you're more than capable of finding a job in the Loop.
I'll think about it.
That's all I ask.
All right, Mr. Patronizer, I gotta get going.
Going. I thought you were just leaving because you're dramatic.
I'm not dramatic.
And I'm not a patronizer.
You are. And for real, I gotta go. I have a doctor's
One more kiss then?
Really, Tyson?
Really, man?
Fine. All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Monica exits, but before getting out the door, Tyson smacks her on the ass. She gives him a look of astonishment before exiting. Tyson leans against the doorway for a moment before retiring.
I'm gonna go make some French toast.
Act 1, Scene 3. You fucked? It's 2015. We are back at Grandma's house in the garage. Kim and Monica are both 14 years old. We see Kim sitting patiently on the deep freezer in the corner. She's playing with one of her old dolls. No houses or hospitals around. It's just a tub with doll stuff sitting on the floor. Kim is wearing a crop top with leggings and a jean jacket. Enter Monica, wearing her school uniform. Black skirt, Oxford shirt, cross tie, and blazer.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Mommy.
What's school? Yeah, Mom thought I should transfer for high school, get me ready for college and everything.
Auntie so bougie.
She's not bougie. She just wants me to have more opportunities than what's in the city. You know.
I had to get bused this year, and I hate it. I have to get up so freaking early, and it's fucking ridiculous.
That sucks. Where they busting you to?
Fancy.
As far as hell, I thought St. Mary's was formed.
She had you at St. Mary's? Damn, you will be a lesbian by the time you graduate. I know that.
And would that be such a bad thing?
I don't know. Would it, Miss Kathy?
Love is love, right?
Oh, so you like girls?
Didn't say that.
Then what you saying?
I'm saying you shouldn't judge me if I do come out of St. Mary's as a lesbian. Don't be a homophobe, Kim.
Hey, I'm not. I'm just saying, every girl I knew who came out of St. Mary's came out. And no, I don't care what you do with your pussy. Just know your mom's gonna have some words with you. But if you do let some girl go down on you, honey, just make sure they come off that shit. Just saying.
You need to keep your voice down. You know Grandma can hear everything.
She don't hear like she used to. She don't enough to go through this being and pick out what the down stuff we wanted and keep it, and what stuff we wanted to give away.
Give away, huh?
Yeah, she can't keep our stuff in the garage anymore. Fire hazard or whatever. So we gotta either take it home or give it away.
When was the last time we played together?
3 years ago.
Oh.
I have 6.
What?
Yep.
Holy shit, you fuck?
Shh. Grandma don't hear the same, but I'm sure she can hear.
I'm sorry. Sex. Like,
Yes,
sex.
Yes. He was definitely into the vagina. He was definitely sex.
Oh my god, that's crazy. What did it happen with? Are you dating somebody?
This summer, at his house, in his bed. You wanna go be anywhere else? He lived down the block from here. I used to see him when I walked to the store or to the park. He just started talking. Then we started watching Netflix during the day. Started to like each other. We kissed, and then we're not dating really. He played football at the school. After practice, we walk home together, and sometimes I chill with him after school.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but we're not dating, just fucking.
What was it like? Like the first time?
It hurt like shit. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing, and neither did he. So we just kind of started at each other. Then when he put it in, I couldn't even take it. I started crying, and I was super inverted. Well, he took it slow. He didn't rush me or anything. He eventually, he got it all the way in, and yeah, it didn't last very long the first time. It was kind of a disaster.
It hurt that bad.
Yeah.
That's not what it looked like on TV.
No, but it's been getting better.
Did you get mine?
Of course, it still do.
Good.
What's wrong? Worried I'm gonna get pregnant?
No, I'm just thinking about the pain.
Or you feel like you sick?
Good who?
Maybe you die. Unless you really get good.
Not for them girls. Guys are not in me.
You're not around enough guys to know that. One day you're gonna meet a guy and he's gonna find you sexy and he's gonna want to have sex with you.
But what if I'm not ready to have sex? What if I want some guys to be his thing?
Act 1, Scene 4. What to do, what to do. Back in 2022, Monica sits in Tyson's bed with papers in her hand. Clipped to the top of the paper is an ultrasound photo. She is crying and trying to process what's going on. What is she going to do now? Tears run down her cheeks as she wraps herself in her blanket. She takes out her phone and dials a number. On the other side of the stage, Imani, her best friend.
Hello?
Hey, girl, how are you?
Hey! I can't complain too much. Just got to New York. I'm just sitting at my parents' house. You okay? You sound sniffly. You got a cold or something?
Nah, well, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It just hasn't been my best day.
What did Tyson do?
It's not Tyson.
Hell, if it's not.
I promise it's not Tyson. I mean, it involves Tyson.
Knew it. I swear, men are trash. What did he do now? Go on, tell me.
No,
He told you about Sloop, didn't he?
Sloop. What do you mean, Sloop? I mean, he did mention St. Louis earlier.
About his law school acceptance?
What?
Shit. I thought that's what you were upset about.
Imani, where did he get accepted?
St. Louis University Law School.
How do you know this?
Travis told me. He must have found out on Friday because it wasn't that long after that Travis told me. But don't start shit with him because Travis told me not to tell you.
But why would he say that?
Me a trash. I don't know, girl. Maybe he was just waiting till the right moment. Like, he said us here from Columbia and other places, so maybe he was just waiting.
Well, that's a shit excuse.
Hey, calm down. I don't know why he didn't tell you.
Please do not tell me to calm down.
What is your problem? I didn't know you didn't know. Don't get mad at me.
Imani, I'm pregnant.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm pregnant.
Stop playing. Are you for real?
Yes, that's why I called. I'm pregnant and I don't know what to do.
You take an at-home test because maybe you should go to the
I
doctor.
just got back from the doctor.
Did they sample your urine or your blood? They do an ultrasound and
They've
everything?
been done that.
Been done? How far along are you?
8 weeks.
8 weeks?
Yeah.
Were you on birth control?
Yeah.
And still?
Yes.
Damn.
Monica begins to cry.
Oh, shit. Don't cry, Monica. You're gonna get through this. You decided?
Imani,
Okay, you should make an appointment at Planned Parenthood. I'll be back in the loo in like 2 days and I can drive for myself.
Imani.
I completely understand if you don't want to go to Planned Parenthood, but they're really good about working through a plan with you. No matter what you decide, when I had my abortion before the country went to shit, they made sure to take good care of you. I know it might not be what you want, but they offer a lot of support for college students.
he always get abortions as well.
You got the abortion? Not in the loo, right?
Not exactly.
What do you mean, not exactly?
You know I can't get an abortion in the loop.
Unless.
Relax. I went over the bridge.
Whew. Okay. You almost gave me a fucking heart attack.
I didn't go through with it.
You didn't have the abortion?
I couldn't. I went on that drive to Fairview Heights. I looked at the water, and it felt like forever, but I was determined to do it. When I booked the appointment 2 weeks ago, I thought it would work out. I didn't have the classes. I could just go across the bridge early in the morning, get it over with, and just tell Ty that I need to be at home by myself because I was cramping real bad. And I got there. I saw all the other women waiting like me. I had got my pre-counseling appointment, and they started walking me through the procedure, how they were going to dilate my cervix and numb it so that they could put this tube in and start. And then they asked me if I wanted a Valium so I could relax or if it would just be better if they put me to sleep. I couldn't really respond because I just kept thinking about what they were about to do, and it wasn't sitting right with me. They just told me I should have brought somebody with me for support. But I didn't want to worry anybody. I didn't want anybody to know. I didn't want to worry you. I didn't know if I could tell Tyson. And I thought really hard about Tyson and how we had just fucked last night. And he's fucking, like, eyes rolling back. And sweat dripping down your let it hit me, open it up. Like, then he says, I love you. Then he said, he wanted me to have his babies. And I'm gonna ask you, I wanna stop you like for real, like, then I just got up from the appointment, put my clothes on, and sat in the car. I sat for about at least an hour. I sat there thinking about if I really wanted this a family, this baby, this thing inside of this thing that I knew was unexpected. When I couldn't decide, I took my black ass home. I drove across the bridge and looking at the Mississippi, I just thought I needed to throw myself.
Fuck Tyson.
No, fuck me.
No, I mean, fuck him. I know you feel like he needs to go, but he don't. He's always gonna do what's best for him. This moment is not about him. It's about you and what's best for you.
It doesn't feel that way.
It never does.
Is that why you didn't tell Travis when you got yours?
I guess because I had already made up my mind and just didn't want to convince me otherwise, you know? He's always wanted to be a dad because, you know, his dad wasn't around, so I just thought, you know, maybe he'd want to keep it. Men always want babies. They always telling you they want babies. Yeah, they don't have to carry them. They don't know what that feels like. And I don't want to carry a baby. I was a junior at my internship. I was supposed to go to LA that year for the biggest conference of my career. I was just getting started. I wasn't ready for a baby. And Travis and I just got together, so it just wasn't the best time.
Do you regret
Not telling
having any relationship? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked that.
No. It's okay. Honestly, I do not regret it. It's not truly regret. I feel it's more mourning. You know, I was in a really dark place when it all first happened. I did feel some guilt, you know, because I felt God had given me this gift. He created life in my womb, and I realized I wouldn't be the best mother for that child if I brought them into a world where I was not my best self. I was in a new relationship. My mom was in the hospital. My grades were so bad, I thought I was going to have to leave school. And I was not ready to bring another life into all my baggage. I didn't want to be selfish. My problems may have been pebbles, but to me, it felt like a rock slide. When I came to it, I realized the gift that God gave me was not life itself. Even though I do appreciate living, the gift God gave me was choice. Being able to choose what was best for me, the love to forgive myself for the choice I made. So no, I do not regret it. Because honestly, I would not know what forgiveness is if it wasn't for that experience.
Do you think God will forgive you?
What do you mean?
I'm going to try and have the abortion.
Okay? And you want to do another appointment?
I don't want to go to the clinic again, which is too overwhelming and expensive.
You think you want to do the pill?
I mean, with me, I can have it at home. I just don't want to take that drive again.
But you're 8 weeks. It may not be as effective then.
Remember? Liv?
Don't bring her up.
I heard it worked on her and she was 12 weeks.
That rumor is a rumor for a reason.
What?
Liv got a pill off the black market, which is 1, not safe, 2, not effective. She ended up having complications and had to go to the doctor for an emergency abortion to get the rest of it out.
Okay. Did not know that.
Yeah, I personally don't trust the pill. I was worried.
Okay, I don't know if I can handle this conversation.
Well, Monica, you need to handle it because you need a plan. You're going to have to either take the pill, which I can sit with you through, or I can drive you across the bridge and we can go back to the clinic. But if you're having reservations, it's okay to want to have the baby. It's okay to make that decision. You can tell Tyson. You can come up with a plan together. You don't have to do this all alone.
Eve, please. Yes, I'm afraid to go back to the clinic. I don't like being at the doctor. I don't like people talking to me like I'm some helpless teenager. I'm 21. I'm in college. I'm supposed to be moving next year. I'm tired of feeling like an idiot because I got pregnant. I need to do something. I'm not ready to have kids. And do you know what my mom will say if I tell her that I'm going to walk across the stage and make pregnant as a cow? She will be embarrassed. She will tell me that she's embarrassed. Our whole family will be embarrassed.
That's what this is about. You're worried about your mom finding out.
I have to use her insurance. She's going to find out. If I don't use her insurance, there goes my savings for New York. If she finds out she's gonna cut me off, she's gonna disown me, and she's never gonna speak to me again.
Monica, despite how you feel about your mom, she will never be that disappointed in you. And despite how you feel, I'm sure she would rather you receive your diploma big and pregnant rather than not receive your diploma at all because you're trying to get a backdoor abortion.
Monica starts to tear up and hyperventilate.
Monica. Please. Monica, you need to breathe.
Monica is still.
Monica! I know you are desperate. I know this is going to be going against all of your plans of living. Happy ever 21 or whatever that shit is you were saying. If you're going to try and still do this, you should try to get a safe and legal abortion. It's your best bet at coming out of this safely. Why are you so worried about everything and everyone else except for you?
The idea of disappointing Mom, Tyson, sitting that will feeling everything. I just worried. I just don't know what to do.
Well, when I get back on Sunday, we can try to get you an appointment. And when school starts, we'll skip the first couple of days just to get you what you need.
I have finals when we get back.
Fuck finals!
Enter Tyson. Monica quickly places the hospital paperwork under her pillow.
Hey, Tyson just walked in. I'm ready later.
Oh shit, I'll call you tomorrow. Monica, no.
Thanks, Eve.
What you talking to E about?
You.
Me? What I do this,
You didn't tell me you got a lawsuit.
how do you know about that?
Doesn't matter how I know.
Yes, it does.
Tyson.
Yes, Monica.
Don't yes, Mom.
Don't Tyson me.
Why didn't you tell me?
I tried this morning.
When you went on St. Louis or something?
Yeah.
Asshole, why didn't you mention it?
Because, Monica, I do not want to bother you with the idea of staying in St. Louis when you already made up in your mind that you was moving to New York.
We came to that agreement together. Don't try to say now that it was all me. You said you wanted to come to New York with me.
And I did. I honestly wanted to go.
Did? That's past tense.
Yeah. It is past tense. Because I realized how crazy expensive it was. We can at most afford a studio in Brooklyn, and that alone is $2,300. When I can go to school for class 3 times a week and live for $900 a month, utilities included. What with my family for nothing. I can save money, maybe start investing in real estate, and if I want to move, I can take the bar in New York.
If you won't move,
Yes, Monica, if I want to move.
what happened to we, Tyson? What do you just expect me to stay here and wait on you to finish law school, get a job as a teacher or something until you're ready to move?
Of course not.
You fucking asshole.
I accepted the offer as soon.
What about me?
Monica, you can stay here. You have a great job here. We have family here. I'm telling you as your boyfriend and as your partner that I am not ready to move. And if you are, that is fine. Don't let me get in the way of your dreams. I would still want to be with you. Law school is only 3 years, and I will have a stipend so I can use the extra money I saved to come and visit you in NYC.
You don't get it, do you? We were supposed to do this together. We made the decision together. You told me you'd apply to Columbia. You promised me, actually. We were supposed to move together, pay rent together, live together. Now you just made the decision to say, fuck my dreams of us being together. I really don't even want to do distance because the way I see it, you are a selfish asshole who doesn't have the balls to tell me that he got into law school and is breaking up with me too. Move out of my way. Tyson.
My mother is sick.
That was bullshit.
Do you think I would lie about something like this? My mom has been in and out of the hospital a lot this past month. My dad told me a few weeks ago that they're going to run some tests to see what's wrong. But the doctors don't quite know what's going on. She's stable now. My grandparents are coming from Chicago. Usually we go to them. So I know it's more serious than what my dad has let on. He's just not telling me. You don't want me to worry. don't know what this year has for me and my family. But I don't think it's the best decision to leave right now. I love you, Mommy. And of course, I want to start my life with you. But it's my mom. I can't just leave and be hundreds of miles away when I should be holding her close right now.
Why wouldn't you talk to me?
I tried. I really tried. I just knew how much New York meant to you. And this morning, I knew it wasn't the right time. I just told Travis because he was here when the letter came. I wanted to wait to explain everything, not just about Snoop, but about me taking the offer.
I am sorry about your mom. And I'm sorry I got so angry. I'm feeling so much today. Hearing that just made me want to vomit. Really. I just can't take it in.
You always get like that around the
What
holidays.
do you mean?
Holidays. You're always so anxious. Never quite understood why. You want me to meet your family, yet you seem to be so anxious to go into your own house.
Well, I guess home for me is a constant reminder that I have to make it.
How so?
When I was younger, I used to go to my grandma's house and play all the time. Me and my cousins used to get all of our dolls and build these large cities with all of our dolls. So me and my cousin Kim, we probably played with each other more than any of the other cousins. Until my mom told me I had to start going to camp. I used to think it was because she knew I really wanted to do cheer, which I did. But then I realized she wanted me to go to camp because she didn't want me to play with camp. She would always tell me that I wasn't like him. I had more options than to stay at grandma's house and play with toys. I need to stay busy and work on actually achieving things and not get stuck in that house. And that really hurt because Kim was in a lot of ways my best friend. So for the rest of childhood, up until even now, my mom still likes to point out that me and Kim aren't the same. I was on a roll, she was average. I went to college and she didn't. I'm about to graduate from college and she's about to have a baby. So every time I go home, I'm just reminded that I have to be the best. That I can't just be me and live my own life. I have to be better than any of my family back home. I cannot fail. My mother would be very disappointed. I would become her greatest nightmare, just like that.
That's why you don't want to go to New York? Is it because she wants you to?
No. Oh, she would probably use that too. I guess New York for me is an escape from being perfect. It's getting away from all the Southern hospitality and the fake congratulations. But I guess the dream
Doesn't have to
is
be.
I can't go without you.
You can.
I can't. Tyson.
Mom, for real.
I am being for real. I think it's really important for us to stay together.
And while that's great, what about what's important for you?
Tyson.
I'm not trying to be patronizing, I promise. Just think about it. This is your dream, and you deserve to live it. My mind is made up. That don't mean I don't want to be with you. I still very much do. Just don't think you will be happy if you stay here with me.
Tyson.
Yeah.
I
What?
can't.
Why?
Because
Because why?
I'm
What?
yours. I'm yours.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm yours.
Act 1, Scene 5. We all have choices. We're in Monica's childhood home on Thanksgiving. The house is divided between the dining room and the kitchen and the garage. The table is set with the turkey in the typical size. Michelle, Monica's mom, is seen ironing and folding table napkins for the dining table wearing her favorite Thanksgiving apron. Monica is seen pacing in the garage, texting on her phone, wearing blue jeans and a nice sweater. Monica is noticeably dressed up, East Coast prep school sweater, straight hair and pearls, different from her casual look. Michelle should also be dressed more East Coast, suburban mom on Thanksgiving. Monica is in the garage and calls Imani.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you. I'm dealing. No, I don't feel sick or anything. I know it's weird. Hey, did you think about the whole live thing? I know you don't think I should. Liv is the only person who might be able to help me. I'm not going back to the clinic. I told you my reasons. Okay, maybe it's ridiculous to you, but I have my reasons. Are you really gonna take the one chance to get him? I would never. No, what blows is that when shit went downhill for you, I backed you up. I drove. And now you don't even want to help me? Girl, fuck you. I gotta go.
You better watch your mouth in my house. I don't like all that loud noise and cussing. What's got into you? Grandma and Pop will be here in a minute. And you being all loud and your phone.
I'm sorry, I just got upset.
What's who? Tyson.
No.
You really gonna get riled up over some little boy?
He's not a boy.
Whatever. Now you need to get off that phone and get in the kitchen to help me fold these napkins.
Mom, what are you folding napkins for? It's just Grandma and Pop.
It's for presentation.
Paper napkins would have been just fine. Why you always gotta be extra?
Excuse me? Just get in there and help me finish.
Doorbell rings.
Whoop, that must be your grandparents. Put the phone down and go in the door.
Monica uses the stage to open the door. Michelle, returning to the dining room, places the iron board in the garage. When she returns to the kitchen, she hears Monica's reaction off stage. Enter Grandma and Aunt Kai and Kim in the dining room.
Mama, I didn't know.
Happy Thanksgiving, sister!
Happy Thanksgiving. I didn't know you were coming this year.
Your father is sick, and I didn't feel like driving all the way out here by myself. Kai came out of the house to drop off this little cake, and she said that she wasn't cooking, so I said, well, why don't you and Kim come on out? Because Thanksgiving is about family after all.
Well, of course. I just wish I'd known sooner. I hope I made enough food.
Oh, we got plenty enough food. In fact, Kai, come and help me get the rest of the food out the car, because I brought some okra.
Ew, Okra.
Oh, y'all sound just like when y'all was kids, always running from Mama's okra. I remember she once beat y'all's behind so bad because you had a patch saying that you weren't gonna eat. And Mama was like hell.
I concur. I hated okra then and I hate it now.
Yeah, me too. It's too slimy and the seeds always get stuck in your teeth.
Between you and me, Mama cooks it for too long. That's why it's so slimy.
Now look, y'all gonna stand there talking about my cooking, or y'all gonna help me get the rest of the food out the car, because I got some macaroni and cheese and it needs to set in the oven for a few minutes.
I'll help you, Mama. I want first dibs. Kim, give your auntie the lemon cake.
Grandma and Auntie exit the stage.
Here you go. And happy Thanksgiving, Auntie Michelle.
Happy Thanksgiving. You look like you're about to clap. How far along are you?
Well, be 40 weeks next Thursday. I really am about to pop. The doctor said I should deliver on my due date.
Oh dear. Well, let me know if you need anything. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make the baby shower. I just couldn't take off that day. I'm still going to buy you something for your baby's register.
Thanks, Auntie. And it's no problem. I understand. Mama said you had something.
Oh, yes, they're always calling me in for something. Monica, you want to help continue setting up? We're going to need more napkins.
I didn't do something place my table.
Iron them too.
Ma.
Don't mock me.
Yes, ma'am.
I will too.
Now, while you girls are taking care of the napkins, I'm going to go freshen up.
Monica and Kim go to the garage where they see the ironing board and iron plates. Monica plugs the iron and waits for it to heat up.
You didn't need to come building these 2 napkins. I don't even know my mom said you got here.
I'm more worried about my auntie who had to iron napkins. Paper would have been just fine.
That's what I said?
Auntie just being her usual bougie self.
Things bougie.
What would you call it?
Extra.
Extra bougie, two sides of the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. So how you been?
Alright, I guess.
Girl, don't you be trying to downplay it. I know you at college living your sophisticated life.
Sophisticated. You call ramen noodle dinners and cheap bars sophisticated.
You said a little.
On paper, but I'm mostly just like Tyson.
Who's Tyson?
My boyfriend.
Oh, right. Between us, I don't think Auntie Michelle likes him all that much.
Why you say that?
Her talking to grandma. She was saying how she felt offended that you've been with this guy for like 2 or 3 years and he ain't never showed his face to the family.
He has a family of his own. He's trying to show his face, but he's going through some stuff at home right now.
You told your mom to fuck him again.
She knows I stay at his a lot. She knows I stay with him a lot at his place.
That's why Auntie don't fight because she know y'all fucking.
I'm 21. I can propose.
You know Auntie, she just always wanted you to wait. You know, till you got out of school, got your fancy ass job, and got married to some white guy.
I don't think she wants me to marry a white guy.
Yeah, you right. That's grandma.
Grandma does not want me to marry a white man either.
Yes, she does. She wants us all to marry some white men with good jobs and money. That's all any of them want.
Whatever. What's it like?
Being married to a white man? I don't know.
I mean, being pregnant.
It feels like I'm carrying an oversized backpack on my hip half the time. But when she kicks me, it feels like she's trying to get my attention about whether she's hungry, gassy, or just mad because I want to walk around with her.
You having a girl?
Yeah, at least that's what the doctor tells me.
Wow. It's like when we were kids, we used to make our dolls have a whole bunch of girls.
Yeah, in grandma's garage, we used to have doll shit everywhere. Doll hospital, schools.
Libraries, hotels, concerts.
We would have our own little world. I hope I can get her all that one day.
Monica takes a beat and begins to cry.
What's wrong, cuz?
Nothing. I'm just a little overwhelmed.
That
No. No, just nothing.
I know we haven't spoken in a while, but you know, I'm here for you if you ever need to just talk. Do you need to talk?
Did you ever think about not having a baby?
I mean, I never planned on having kids. To be honest, I didn't even want kids.
No, I mean like
You mean abortion?
yes.
Hell no.
He not be so loud. I don't want my mama to hear it.
Why would it matter if she heard me? No, okay, pregnant?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, how long were you?
2 months.
When did you find out?
2 weeks ago.
Oh shit, congratulations. Abortion?
I need one.
Why the hell would you need an abortion?
I'm not ready to have a baby.
I wasn't ready to have one either. No one's ever ready to be a parent, especially not at our age. But that doesn't mean you should just throw your baby in the trash. You'll figure it out, just like I'm figuring it
I'm
out.
not you, Kim. I can't just have a baby at 21.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not you.
Kim, I did it.
Meaning like that, whatever, Monica. I get that I didn't go to college, but I also didn't have the money to just get the books for 4 years. And last time I checked, you had everything handed to you. You can bougie ass to get pregnant. Like
I didn't have anything handed to me.
bullshit. Camped every summer, prep school, a great job,
I
scholarship.
worked for
Your mom gave them to you.
Because my mom actually did something meaningful with her life. You look around and see all this bougie shit, wondering how the hell she got it. Like our mom did come from the same fucking household in the same fucking vagina. My mom wanted me to get out the loop, not stay and wallow in it and blame everybody else for why I don't have the things I want in life. My mom put me in camps and encouraged me to get a job and go to college so that I can have a better life, not wind up pregnant and alone just like you. Kim.
You don't have to say anything else.
No, Kim.
Nah, you said everything you mean. Don't even bother with no bullshit ass apology.
Kim.
Everyone knows that you were going to be the one to actually be somebody. I get it. My mama fucked up. She didn't do enough to make sure that we didn't end up just like her. But you know, Monica, she never once taught me to resent you. She did tell me that I would be a screw up if I didn't do everything how everyone else expects me to do or whatever. And I know you feel like if you had this baby, you'll be a screw up just like me. That you won't be the Monica that everyone says you are. But all I'm trying to tell you is that having this baby doesn't have to mean that your life is perfect. and you can still have a baby, and still have a nice job, still graduate and do all the things you want to do. But it's your choice. But you do your life, ain't nobody else's. This and that baby, you deserve a chance at life, whether you ready or not.
This baby isn't only. It's my body and it's my life.
Whatever, Monica, do you. I gotta pee, because that's what you do as a pregnant woman.
Monica watches as Kim leaves. She unplugs the iron and roughly begins to fold her napkin. After folding the first, she quietly begins to cry. On the other side of the stage in the dining room, Kim slowly collapses to the floor. Everyone in the room begins to rush to her frantic. Lights fade to black. Act 1, Scene 6. Pass the okra. Michelle and Monica are sitting at the kitchen table by themselves. Monica looks as though she's been crying for several hours. Michelle is pushing food around her plate, tears also in her eyes.
We should go to the hospital.
No.
Auntie needs us right now.
We're no use to her right now. We need to just stay put for now. Wait for Mama to get back.
We should have gone with them.
And leave the stove on? and the food out? And all up in the hospital with a pregnant woman about to give birth in critical condition? We did not need to go.
Ma, that's your sister.
And
And she just lost her only daughter, my cousin. Kim is dead. And we're just sitting here at the dinner table. Why the hell are we not out there with our family?
do not use that tone of voice with me. This is my house. And I know that is my sister. And I love my sister. And I love my niece.
Did you?
Excuse me?
Did you love Kim? If so, then why did you keep me away from her for all these years?
So I can let your fast tail walk around the hood with her? What kind of mother would I have been if I kept you in the same hood at your grandmother's house? Bored and with nothing to do? You would have probably ended up just like her.
Uh-oh.
No job. Pregnant. And I'm dead.
Monica angrily knocks the food off the table.
Monica Jackson. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Kim was my best friend, my sister, and you purposely alienated me from her for all these years because you didn't want me to be like her. You are condescending, you are rude, and you are uppity, and I hate you. Woo!
I am your mother. I brought you into this world. I taught you what it means to not only be a woman of God, but a lady. I did what I did to protect you. I'm sorry that your cousin is dead, and you need someone to blame. But it is not me. I deserve more than that. I deserve more than your ranting and cussing and throwing crap in my house. Grow up, Monica.
The doorbell rings.
That must be your grandma. Start cleaning this mess up.
Monica does not move. She continues crying and sitting at the table and quietly screaming. Her grandma walks in, her face is stoic and worried, though she just sits at the table, putting one of the plates in front of her. She grabs what food is available on the table, though notices that the okra hasn't made it to the floor yet.
Pass the okra.
Monica looks up and around to see where the okra is. Grandma points to it and Monica slides the dish to her, not saying a word.
Don't be just sliding stuff to me, little girl.
Not a little girl.
You are to me.
How can you be eating when you just lost your granddaughter and your daughter is all alone at the hospital?
She is not alone. Your grandpa is there with her. I came home to help your mama clean up and hopefully get some rest. We're gonna have a lot of family members coming by tomorrow to console Kai. We gotta start making arrangements. We don't know if we're gonna have a service here or back in the city. And as for me eating, it won't help nothing if I'm not eating, because we're gonna be a long week and we all need to keep our strength up.
How did this happen?
She had complications after her delivery. She was bleeding real bad and her blood wasn't clotting fast enough. And the doctors, they didn't think much of it because they saw a young black girl who had a baby for the first time and they thought she wasn't used to the pain. So by the time they realized it, it was too late. What can you do?
Sue the hospital.
Why would we do that?
Because Kim is dead and irresponsible.
They are doctors, Monica. They are not perfect. I don't think anybody expected anything like this to happen to Kim. Besides, Sue in the hospital, them folks got tons of money and piles of lawyers over there. Honey, we don't hardly have enough money to hire one. I believe God is going to protect and keep Kim. Now, what we need to do is start focusing on moving forward.
No, we need to sue.
Monica,
Grandma, we have to do something.
we are doing something. I'm trying to eat this okra. And you should think about trying to get some rest too.
I can't just sit around getting fat eating disgusting ass okra when I just lost my cousin because the doctors didn't give a fuck enough to care about her.
That's enough, Monica.
Not you.
It is. Now, I know you're upset by all this. I get it. We all upset when death comes. But God is going to watch over and keep Kim. Now, you can be upset all you want and sit here cussing out your elders and throwing all your mama's good food all over the floor.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you. I'm sure your mother deserves an apology too.
Why? She purposely kept me out of Kim's life.
Because she's your mother. She made a choice to protect you from living a life like Kim. What's to say you wouldn't do the same thing?
If I'm just gonna keep my children away from their family, I would rather just not have kids.
Well, you're saying that now, wait till you have your own kids.
I don't want my own kids, especially not if I'm gonna die in a hospital bed like him.
Okay, Mom.
I'm serious. Why do women have to have kids? Why are we always ones who are left with no choices?
Honey, we always have choices.
No, we don't, Grandma. Black women have the highest mortality rate in the 21st century for giving birth. And how does the nation respond? By overturning legal abortion and making us have babies. We might as well be slaves laying down with masters and make a whole bunch more slaves. We might as well be if we don't have a choice but to have kids.
You think enslaved women didn't have choices?
No, they absolutely did not have choices. They had to have children. They were literally forced to have babies, so that's why they didn't have babies on their plantation.
Oh, girl, go get home.
Grandma, that's not funny.
It is not. And you're right, enslaved women didn't have choices because they were used, misused, and abused. And when the white man didn't give them choices, they started making choices for themselves.
That don't make no sense.
Listen, what my grandmother used to tell me when I was your age, she used to tell me a story about this lady who made a choice not to have any more babies. She was an enslaved woman, just like my grandmother and the women we talking about now. And like many women, she decided, I'm not going to watch no kids get sold off into slavery. So she decided when she had her 7th son, she said, that's it. I'm not having any more babies. And she decided she didn't do it.
She had an abortion.
Not as we know it, but she was able to slip the baby out before she started showing.
How?
Okra and a little turpentine.
What the hell?
Yep, what some slave women would do is they would take the slime and the slime would go in the uterus and force the fetus out. And then they'd follow it up with a little bit of turpentine. Now it seems a little disturbing, but nevertheless it worked.
You lying.
My grandma didn't lie.
So they just perform their own abortions. No machine, no vacuums, no values.
None of that. Just the things that was around them that their mothers and foremothers had taught them. My grandmother used to tell me that story when she noticed that I had a lot of tough decisions to make and was getting a bit overwhelmed. You see, I never thought I wanted to have kids. When I got pregnant with Michelle, there wasn't any rope. And I was 20. And the only time abortion was brought up in my house. This house was when my grandma told that story. And it reminded me that when you want something, you don't wait for no man to tell you to go do it. And you don't wait for no laws to change. You either accept the choices you have in that moment, or you create your own in the process.
Grandma finishes her plate of okra, then returns the plate to the sink. She walks over to Monica and gives her a hug and a kiss.
Grandma, how did you know it was the right choice to have mom?
I didn't. I just knew I didn't believe in abortion. I knew that not having her was not the right choice for me in my relationship with God. I had a baby because I could live with choice and spirit. I could deal with whatever consequences came with it, and I did. But not everyone is me. Not everyone can do what I do. And not everyone can do what God put in my heart to do. You see, that's what really being a woman and being a mother is all about. Making the choice that is right for you. Because at the end of the day, we all got to live with the consequences of our actions. Now, your mom made a choice. It may not have been the best choice, but knowing what she knows and going through what she's been through, she made the choice she thought that would protect you so you could have a better life. Now, she got to confront her decision in the form of your rage and Kim's death. She got to ask herself if she can live with that. Now Kim, she didn't have a lot, but she also made some choices. She lost her life trying to give life to this world. And that's because she wanted to be a mother. And she wanted to have her baby. Now that's a lot to come to, Monica. But you can be mad at your mother. You can be mad at the hospital. You can even be mad at God, if that will make you feel better. But I want to know something today. What is it you're feeling? What is it that you need to confront that you haven't confronted? Because today, you got to make a choice. And in spite of a lack of choices, you got to make what's best for you. And clean up this floor for your mama. Wake up. Good night.
Good night,
Act 1, Scene 7. You gotta make a choice. Monica enters the garage with a spoon, a turkey baster, towels, and a pan full of okra. She places everything on the ground. She wears a nightdress. Laying out the towel, she sits on it full of safety. Kim enters the space and sits next to her to hold her hand.
As girls,
we played with dogs.
we grown them,
Gave them names.
gave them home,
Gave them personality.
gave them attitude,
Gave them life.
gave them meaning.
We thought that if we could imagine them in these ways, we could somehow give these things to ourselves.
Home, attitude, and meaning.
Names, personality, life.
Oh, to be an adult.
Something beautiful yet imaginative.
Something kept them real fast.
Something fixated on teaching us girls.
How to be grown women.
But we don't do the things they imagine.
We don't grow in fixated ways.
We don't fall perfectly in love.
We don't drive the best cars. We don't go to college.
We don't get knowledge. We don't live up to these imaginative expectations that they place in our hands.
Contrary,
We give up our dreams.
we have babies.
We die our dreams.
We don't have babies.
We make choices about the women we want to be.
Women we hope to be.
Women we pray to be.
I wish I could tell my younger self in my God house that those expectations that surrounded me did not have to be my own. I can live in my own life. I can create and imagine every part of myself into someone who I knew I would be proud of. But instead, I compare myself to plastic. I wish that I could tell my younger self that I was a girl working in that my body didn't have to be made real to someone else's plastic and fashion.
That I had a name.
I had a place to call home.
I had so much personality.
Even though they said that my attitude was wrong.
I was allowed to live my life.
And give it meaning.
That was more than my own. I'm sorry.
But now I'm gone.
I'm sorry.
My life is no more.
I'm sorry.
Now what will you do?
Monica's phone rings.
Hey,
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm just not getting back to you. Happy Thanksgiving and all.
Yeah.
You okay? I hope you're not mad.
It doesn't matter.
Wait, what? Like today?
Today.
Babe, I'm so sorry. What happened? Which cousin?
Tim.
Pregnant one?
Yes. The pregnant.
Was it in childbirth?
Yes.
Did the baby make it?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you need me to come to West County?
Not anymore.
Will you? Monica, I will come if you need me. Don't be like that.
Who do you want me to be?
What?
Who do you need me to be?
Whoever you want to be.
Okay. Tell me the real reason you are not here with me right now.
I told you. My
She's
mom?
not the only reason why you are not here.
Wow.
Tell me your mom.
I get your grieving, Monty, but picking a fight with me won't bring Kim back. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
Tyson.
Tyson hangs up. She dials another number.
Hi. Hey, beautiful. How you coming up?
I feel guilty.
Why? Monica, do not blame yourself. Plenty of people get into arguments, especially with their family and holidays. Kim had a complication post-delivery. You're not responsible for that.
She's my cousin.
That doesn't make you responsible.
I should have called her more. I should have reached out to her. I should have played with her more. I should have been there for her. And she's gone. And one of the few people in this world who really knew me is gone. And she will never get the chance to hear me say, I'm sorry.
Monica. Girl, I know you hurt me, but remember what I told you earlier this week. Part of growing up is that you have to find that forgiveness for yourself. Can we be better people? Yes. Can we make more time for our loved ones? Yes. Can we find time to apologize? Yes. But you have to remember to offer forgiveness to yourself. To be human is to make mistakes, to have flaws, to make irrevocable choices. But Monica, God has already forgiven you. Now it's time for you to forgive yourself.
I'm gonna do it.
Good. You want me to swing by Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. I'll come by Sunday and then I'll let you get your rest. Good night. I love you.
I love you too.
And Monty hangs up. Monica gives her phone to Kim. She then takes the pan of okra and starts to pull apart the pods. During this, Monica and Kim share a moment where they shiver at the slime.
ugh, Okra.
When the pods are collected, Monica gives the pan to Kim. Monica lays back on the towel, her legs facing Kim, and proceeds to open her legs as if she's giving birth. Kim proceeds to take the slimy, crushed okra and shove it up Monica's vagina.
Are you sure this is how you're supposed to do it?
No.
Really, Miss College girl?
I searched the internet. Only a few places actually talk about enslaved women using okra to induce an abortion.
Maybe Grandma lied. You know, Grandma likes to tell stories. How do you even know this will work? What if this is all a lie?
I have to try.
Or have a baby?
But what if I die? I want my life, one that I choose, not one decided for.
But what about this one?
I think that's enough.
Kim grabs the spoon and angles it towards Monica's vagina.
Promise me this. You'll be with me to the end.
Taking the spoon, Kim begins to scoop out the fetus. The lights fade with Monica crying in agony. Act 1, Scene 8, Forgiveness. A year later, Monica looks through some boxes in her mother's garage. She is dressed in some nice jeans and a seasonal sweater. There's something different about her. She is reborn in a way, glowing, confident, here. She continues her search until she finds one of her old dolls. It is still dressed as she remembers, still plastic. Grandma enters.
You find something?
Just one of my old dolls. You think baby Kim can play with this?
No. At least not yet. It's going to be some time before she can play with dolls that small.
It's not that small.
Right, that skinny.
Sorry. Oh goodness.
That's better. Come here.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So,
So
how's New York?
busy. Like super busy. I still haven't gotten used to walking that close to people every day. But the subway's alright. And I haven't seen any rats.
But
I love my job. I get to manage all the social media accounts for my favorite man. And eat French toast every day by Hudson. It's a dream.
well, I'm proud of you, baby. You're making a name for yourself up there.
And still trying to find some time to spend with y'all in St. Louis.
What about that boyfriend of yours? Are we ever gonna see him?
No boyfriend. Tyson and I broke up before I went to here.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do the long distance. It seemed like a waste of my time.
So I guess everything worked out after all.
What do you mean?
You made your choice, and you didn't let anyone make that choice for you.
Right.
Right.
How did you know?
Kim told me. She thinks.
You knew? And the Okra?
You notice I didn't bring any for Thanksgiving this year. You had enough.
Why?
The same reason my mother told me and her mother told her. Because this is our life. And no one can take that power away from us. Not me, not the government, not anyone.
Monica takes that in, accepting it and dealing with it. She runs to her grandmother again and hugs her deeply.
Monica,
Yes.
when Kim told me this, she also wanted me to tell you that she's sorry and she forgives you.
I know. I know. Epilogue. For the baby.
She was your mother.
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 She wasn't a bad person. She was your mother, and you may be upset with her choice.
Hey, me too.
Though the choice she made,
It was for you. It was for you.
It was for you.
It was for you.
For you.
it was for you.
For you.
It was for you.
You were a part of
Her
her
life.
life. She sees you in the night whispering in dreams, and there she can hold you and believe in this world to build it better for you. Because she is so
Sorry.
She loves you.
You know that is true.
Because you should be in this world that wasn't ready.
For you.
So I write mostly, I'm a Black woman, I write from the perspective of Black women, and I love to see a diverse group of Black women characters represented on stage. There's a lot of Black theater, but Black women are not often represented in a lot of Black theater. We have August Wilson, who is great. However, a lot of his characters center the male perspective. So in this play, and in a couple of my other plays, I often center the female or the woman perspective from Black women's vantage points. And so, in fact, this is the second play that I've written where there's only one Black man represented on stage. And that just because you don't see a father figure or see a grandfather doesn't mean that they are not present, and kind of debunking that. Because that's a conversation that came up a lot in the process, like, where is her daddy? And honestly, if I was to talk from my perspective of a woman, these are not conversations that I have with my father. I don't have conversation, and I come from the Deep South. I come from a very conservative family, a very religious family. my father cried when I got my period. He cannot handle these types of conversations. So when I do have these perspectives, I like to hear, because typically when we are having these discussions, we're having these discussions amongst women. We're having these discussions with our mothers. We're having these discussions with our grandmothers. We're having these discussions with our friends or sisters, because these are vulnerable discussions. And I don't always talk to and like I said, I don't talk to my dad, I don't talk to my grandfather, I talk to them, but not about this, because I need my sisters, I need my mothers to come in and help me in the ways that only they know how to help me. So yes.
So I just want to say I appreciate seeing that the characters are very forward-thinking in their careers and moving forward. The thing that kind of shocked me a little bit is that even though, yes, it's the woman's choice, that he didn't have he didn't know anything about the situation. So he didn't get to say, hey, well, I'll change what I'm doing, or how can we work on this together?
One moment that was, I wouldn't say shocking, but that I resonated with a lot was just the overall story of how young people are trying to figure things out so soon, and they're not giving themselves time and patience to actually achieve and take the steps to reach their dreams. So I enjoyed that process.
Thank you very much. Did another moment that resonated with you or was exciting?
Well, one of the moments that was the most shocking for me is when she cussed at her mother, and given how prim and proper she had been groomed to be, that was like a huge moment for me to see how she broke away from that to even do something that drastic.
Thank you very much.
I apologize every time I cuss her.
And thank you very much. Here you are.
I really like that, like, there's a hierarchy of like mothers, like, the grandmother would do things that like unspoken, she already knew, and then the mother would be like very out, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And so like her character, the main character, she was like, okay, what do I do? But the grandmother already just knew, like, all right, I know what's going on. So it's like, that's kind of how like a lot of families are, like the grandmother's just already knowing about it.
Thank you. Would anybody else like to share any specific moment that jumped out to you? Oh, his hand's back there.
Hello. I think what was most shocking in the beginning was understanding how close they all lived together and still was hesitant to visit their parents, like, home. Like, I thought they were already in New York or like long distance, but to be like North County to North City, like, and you struggling, like you have to alternate, like with child support. So I was shocked by that and felt like that set a precedent for how the conversations between them would keep flourishing. And so I didn't necessarily pick him as a bad guy or as someone that did not understand the gravity, but the lack of communication in young people's lives and in everyone's lives just starts to like whittle away at trust and vulnerability, which is like what we need at the heart of all relationships that we build with each other.
Thank you very much.
I love the relationship of the grandmother to the grandchild, and passing on history of the use of okra. And it just made the kitchen scene, the dining room scene, when they she said, pass me the okra. And then you got the whole significance of the play it's all coming full circle. All of your history in life, all of this, bringing children into the world or making choices that are best for people. And it's coming from the grandmother, and it's our history, and it's being shared. And I thought that was really wonderful.
Thank you so much.
I just wanted to hit on the non-villain aspect. I think that's a very important concept to have throughout theater, because everyone is always looking for the bad guy, is always looking for this is the wrong thing, this is the right thing. But I think that also helped to really tie into Monica's decisions overall. It's like she wanted somebody to say, no, that's wrong. but nobody could give her that answer. So I thought that was really good.
Hi. I just like to mention how organic all of these characters are that are sitting up on the stage. So for each and every individual that read, I can already pinpoint someone like in my life and in my family that fits this, phenotype right on point. So even if you haven't, been within the experience, it does make this reading feel really relatable on some level.